So I'm in the car right now, about to go to my friend's house, but this is day 3 of my shave head, and I'm making another video because I didn't get emotional, but I just had to feel like explain myself, because apparently now people think that I shave my head because I'm Britney Spears crazy, and it's people close to me. So it just goes to show you that everybody's not going to support it, and that's fine, because like I said in my explanation, that I feel so pretty now. Like, I've never felt like this. I have never been really like a confident person, just being transparent, because I said I was going to do that through this journey. But I look at myself and I absolutely love the way I look. I can't explain it to you. I don't know how to explain it to other people, and maybe from the outside looking in, people see it as you're crazy, but I don't see it as anything different from changing your hairstyle. Some people dye their hair crazy colors and nobody looks at them, in no kind of way differently, or do something drastic to their hair. I know in our community that hair is some kind of badge of honor, but in this process I'm finding that everybody has a different feeling, and I think when I came into this, I knew that I was going to have to be okay with it regardless of how anyone else felt. And I knew that I couldn't worry about how many compliments I got or didn't get, because that can't matter, because people can give you a compliment because they feel like, oh, she had to do that, and we got to support her, or whatever the case may have been. But I did my video I did yesterday about looking in the mirror and just feeling like I felt so beautiful and just loving myself. After I did the video and I went out and ran errands for the day, people were stopping me in the stores. People were stopping me on the street, men and women, and just saying, oh my God, that cut is so beautiful on you. Like, that is like, you have a gorgeous face, and you, like, your head and everything is shaped for that. And that I feel good about that, and that makes me feel good. But at the end of the day, whether my head is good for it or my face is good for it or not, I wouldn't have known until I shaved it. And now that it's shaved, it's like, this is what you got. And I'm just trying to go through this process for me and do this for me, because at the end of the day, you have to walk around with the shaved head. You have to walk around and get the looks or the questions or things like that, or even think that someone may think you're sick or think something is wrong with you or whatever. But I had a very detailed conversation with my family member, one of my family members, about doing this. And this person went behind my back and called my dad to, like, do some kind of intervention. Like, is something going on? Is she, like, I don't know if crazy or mental illness was used, but she asked my dad what was going on with me, and just she need, like, we got to do an intervention. And so that hurt me, because I had a very detailed conversation with this person about why I made this choice, what was going on with my hair. I had hair on my head. I had quite a bit of hair on my head, but the hair that I had on my head was in good health because I was taking care of it, even though I had thin spots and I had some hair issues. But my hair would grow back, fall out, grow back, fall out. So I made the decision that I want to just do a clean slate and just start over and see what the issues are with the scalp follicles, see, if it's going to grow back. And right now, I don't care if it grows back, because like I said, I know people are gonna think she's gonna say that because now she shaved it, and what else is she gonna say? But I honestly do feel so good about myself. Like, I feel really good when I'm, have my makeup and my lashes and stuff like that on, which I wear lashes all the time. But when yesterday, after I got out of the shower, I had nothing on. I had just washed my face, and after I taught my Zumba class, I just put on lipstick for Zumba. But I had nothing on, and I looked at my face, and I looked at my head, and I looked at it, and I just loved what I saw. I loved it. And I think it may be just the letting go of the hair, and it's so easy, it's so simple. Like, I think that may be part of it, that I don't have to worry about a weave, because I work out and I teach Zumba and I teach fitness. I sweat a lot, and so me wearing weaves bothered me, because I'm very sensitive about smells and things like that. And even though other people may not have smelled my hair or my scalp, I felt like I did. And so keeping a weave or keeping a crochet for 3 or 4 weeks, I think the longest I've kept it, maybe 4 or 5 weeks, to me was too much. And even though I had scalp cleansers, apple cider vinegar, and things like that to clean my scalp while my hair was up in the braids, I still just felt like my scalp is not breathing, because of my schedule with my classes and stuff. I wasn't getting letting my hair stay out for weeks at a time. I would take it out like maybe a week before I got it done, or 3 days before I got it done the next time. So I would take it out just long enough to wash it, condition it, steam it, and things like that. So it was just, my scalp wasn't breathing. And I think now, just the feeling of that freedom of my scalp being able to breathe, because like right now I feel my scalp breathing. I know that sounds silly, but I do. So I just I don't know, I guess I need for people to understand that, it's not necessarily about, for me, I can only say, because this is my journey, so I can speak for me. For me, you want support and you want people to understand and be there for you, but ultimately you can't depend on that for your confidence. You can't depend on that to make you feel good about what you're going through, because that is going to fail you. And so what needs to happen is, you need to say, you know what, I can't worry about how nobody else feels about it, because some people are going to look at you and be like, oh my God, what did you do? And apparently some people are going to look at you and think you need to be put on some kind of a mental health watch, or they're getting ready to cart you off in a straitjacket, which is strange to me, because I don't know. And I guess because being a psychology major and working in mental health, if I'm gonna just say to that person, if I was that crazy and I'm talking to you on the phone, how was I able to camouflage the craziness, the shave my head crazy, in front of you, and have a logical, detailed conversation about why I was doing this, to tell you what my thought process was in doing this? Like, I went through every single detail and everything about what I was thinking before I made this decision. And I actually told her how long I had been thinking about doing it. But for her to go behind my back and actually have a conversation, like, we need to step in and figure something out, because I don't know what's going on with her. Really? Really? So, and now I have to have this difficult conversation with this person and say, I talked to you, like, I don't even know where this conversation is going to go. But I said that I was going to do videos, anytime I had any kind of feeling, I'm not going to say emotion, because that may sound like it's deep, and it may be, but anytime any issue or anything came up with this process and with this journey, that I said I was going to make a video, especially if it was something that I feel like can help other people in this process, because it's a process, it's a journey. And this is day 3, and the best thing for me that came out of this journey is I have a cousin who has severe alopecia, and for years, and I want to say maybe 20 or more years, maybe 30 years, she wore wigs, she wore weaves, and she never felt like she could just let it go. Her kids were asking her, like, Mom, you know, and as soon as I posted my picture, her daughter sent the picture to her and said, Mom, okay, this is a sign, because she said she had been thinking about it. And when I went to church today, my cousin also had, like, took off the wigs and had her head smooth, and to see the smile on her face, she actually FaceTimed me yesterday to show me that she was serious about doing it, because she told me, when I saw you, she was like, that motivated me to do it. And she FaceTimed me, and I just looking at her face and her confidence and how happy she was, because the freedom that it gives you. And it's not for everyone, and I'm not saying that everybody's going to shave their head or cut their hair, because everybody's situation is different, and you have to do what works for you. It's just like if you're getting a hairstyle. Every hairstyle does not fit every head, every face, every body, everything. So you have to do what works for you, and this is a journey, and it is a process. And even if it gives someone the inspiration to start doing their research and start thinking about it, and, you know, getting themselves prepared, then that's enough. My cousin saw it one day, and the next day she was like, I'm ready. So I'm not trying to change the world, and, you know, I just want people to be okay with it, because as Black women, we all struggle with our hair, not even just thinning or issues with alopecia, but we struggle with styles and what we want to get and how we want to wear it, and that struggle is super real, you know. And so I just think that we all need to be more conscious and aware of the things we say, and try to be sensitive to people. But at the end of the day, whatever you decide, you have to stand with it and stay with it. And whatever your journey is, whatever your process is, and that could be anything. It could be weight loss, because I could talk about that all day, because we could talk about that another time. But whatever your journey is and whatever you're trying to do, I think the importance is to be okay with your decision, and not look for outside influences and outside people to validate or confirm it for you. If it's positive and, you know, reassuring, and people are helping you, they're nurturing, then yes. But at the end of the day, the decision is yours. Because before I did it, I had a hair appointment, and I called my hairstylist, and I texted her and I said, I'm thinking about shaving my head. And she was like, no. She was like, let's work, on some other options. She was like, there are things that we can do. But I literally had already made up my mind I was shaving my head. And so she said, well, okay, well, come get your hair done tomorrow, and then we'll talk about it. Because she had been taking pictures of my scalp, and we've been going through this for a while. But I knew the whole time, every 4 weeks when I went and got my hair done, I knew, like, this is gonna be my last time I'm going to get shaved. So it's just a process, and it's just a journey. And I know I've been rambling and I've been jumping from topic to topic, but I think it's important just for you to get